We are here for Wellness Wednesday.
Happy Wellness Wednesday. How are you?
Happy Wellness Wednesday. Hello. I'm very good. How are you today, Sarah?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. The sun's been shining for a few days, and I don't know about the rest of you. It really affects my mood in a really positive way. So I hope you've
We
all
are. Sorry, Sarah.
I said, I hope you've all been enjoying a bit of sunshine.
Oh, absolutely. It's been so amazing. Just wanted to say then that we are using StreamYard. So if you're joining us live on Facebook, give StreamYard your permission because we see the comments and we can't see who it is. We want to know who we're chatting with. So welcome, welcome. Hello to everyone on YouTube because we're live on YouTube as well. And today we're talking about what to do when Dr. Google doesn't give you the health answer. So hands up, who Googles? I've got this health problem. We've all done it before, right? Of course. But we can't always get the answer from Google because, well, so many reasons, but one of them is sometimes our problem is not like a surface level problem, is it? And we can't just, there isn't one solution. Like, here's that one thing that you need to do and it's going to be cleared up. Let's say you've had headaches for 15 years and you're like, Dr. Google, I've got headaches, what shall I do? It's not like, bang, take peppermint oil and you're never going to have a headache again, is it? That's not the solution. It's deeper than that. And obviously Google can't give you those answers because Google doesn't know you. And like, we all have health challenges all the time, don't we? So we do, our pets do, our children do, our partners do, our mums and dads, or whoever.
It's a human experience, isn't it? They're messages from within to tell us that we're out of balance. And
yeah.
A lot of us look at them as problems, don't we? And just like, there's the problem, let's cover it over and fix it. And that's kind of really what Dr. Google is often giving us, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. And it might be something from like, I've got a sore throat, or I've got a cough or blocked ears or a cold or headaches or migraines. I could literally go on and on and on now, but I've banged my leg, my knee's swollen. I'm thinking about that because my husband's had that one recently and he was asking me what to do. But we have an amazing solution for you and we don't talk about it enough. So we really wanted to come live and talk about this today because you can't get the help that you need if you don't know what's available to you. And we've got an amazing solution that we both absolutely love and our members love as well. It's inside the Holistic Health Circle, our monthly membership for women who really want to raise their vibration, who want to heal anxiety, who want to just get healthier in mind, body and soul. And that's every single Friday. I do a question and answer session and it's called Ask Hannah. And I normally get lots and lots of questions on a Friday and we've seen some really amazing transformations from the answers or the advice that I'm able to provide because I get to know the women inside our membership. So it's not like they're just, as long as they interact, then generally I'd say most of our members we know really quite well and we know what they've tried in the past, we know what hasn't worked for them, or we know when perhaps they're not fully committing to something. So the answer might be the same and it's like, we know from what you've told us, because you've been honest and vulnerable with us, we know that you're not quite following through on that. So let us give you a bit more support to follow through on that piece of advice that we gave last time. Because sometimes it is about that consistency, isn't it, Sarah?
Absolutely. So, I mean, I'm sure most people have met us or know Hannah. Hannah is a naturopathic nutritionist and a health coach, amongst other things like being a yoga teacher and a cacaoista. But the fact that Hannah's a naturopathic nutritionist means she uses food as your medicine, isn't it? Food to heal you, and like food can harm you or food can heal you. And along that, it's not just taking food in as, you know, a meal, but in lots of different ways, isn't it? So Hannah will start with the basics, like first and foremost, nutrition, hydration. That is like the key basis of all good health, isn't it? And once we become dehydrated, you know, the cellular structure is changed and we're out of balance. And then from there, it just unravels, doesn't it? So Hannah starts you off on the basics and then make sure that you've got those very important key things in place. And then from there, this fountain of knowledge Hannah's got, because Hannah's healed herself from adrenal fatigue and stress and overwhelm. And within that, that's a lot of that is sort of very internal problems, but things like back issues and migraines and headaches. And like Hannah said, we all suffer from different things. So Hannah has healed herself, and she's been working with women, or we've been working with women inside our wellness membership, the Holistic Health Circle. So just to kind of give a little bit more detail about, why you are so much more than just Dr. Google, who's going to give you this long list of really generic things. It's like, there's no point, I don't know, taking a pill for something, for a headache, when you're so severely dehydrated that you need to get that in place. I'm not saying don't take the headache pill, but we need to be looking at ourselves. We are a unique blueprint. We are these incredible individuals, and there isn't one answer that just fits you. There isn't just one pill to magic everything away. And that's what Hannah was saying, getting to know our members, getting to know you. She knows what's going to be easiest for you to try, what's going to be enjoyable for you to try. And, if that hasn't worked, we've got another suggestion there. So should we talk a little bit more about what holistic health means and the kind of things that you go into in your Ask Hannah sessions?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it's for all of our members, it's open every Friday to ask any health question. And sometimes it's about their kids or their partner or someone else that they know. And sometimes there can be a quick solution. So I'll give you a quick example. If someone came in and said, I share some of the advice with you today, because I'd love it if some of you can see a transformation in your health from some of this advice as well. But if someone said, I've got a verruca, what can I do? I know normally you use lots of chemicals and they can be quite strong, right, to get rid of a verruca. Well, there's a really easy natural alternative, and it gets rid of them every single time, which is to use mashed up garlic with a banana skin. I know it sounds properly crazy, doesn't it? Mashed up garlic on the verruca with a banana skin on top. There's a few other little things that you've got to use the banana skin the right way around, etc., etc. You can message me if you want the more details on that. And it literally draws that verruca straight out of the foot within a couple of nights. It's absolutely fantastic. So you don't need to go and spend money on medication. You don't need to use strong chemicals, particularly if it's on your children.
You don't need to use that verruca.
Yeah, you don't need to. So nature gives us these solutions. But what if it then comes back? What if it's a virus within the body that's actually causing this? Then we need to go a bit deeper and so we could try that quick solution, get rid of it, see if it comes back. That might just clear it up. But then it's like we need to get to the underlying cause. So we might be looking at, improving the immune system, maybe using some medicinal mushrooms. Really trying to get rid of this or battle this virus within the body so the verrucas don't keep coming back. There's so many different questions that are asked within the Ask Hannah session, which I love. It gives such variety. I love those sessions on a Friday morning. It gives such variety to my work, and I really enjoy supporting women to make these changes. And I think that's a valid point as well, Sarah, is about the right advice for women as well. Excuse me. Because when you go to Google, obviously, is this just generic advice? So, for example, we had a member recently who wanted to lose weight. Thank you for the heart, darlings. We had a member who wanted to lose weight. So if she Googled it, oh, my goodness, 1,000 things would have come up, wouldn't it? But it might have said exercise more. Now, I talk about this one a lot. But if you've got a hormone imbalance, or your health isn't good, or you're suffering with fatigue all the time, or you've got very, very young children, heavy exercise may not be the right answer for you. In fact, you may have tried that and you may not have lost weight. But I've got a great review, actually. So I wanted to read one of these out to you from this particular member who kept asking about losing weight. She's got a wedding coming up and she keeps saying to me, I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight. So I've given some advice, and then a few months later, she said, right, I'm really, really ready now. Tell me what it is I need to do. So I shared some advice with her specifically, which I won't share that general advice because you're all different, but I know specifically about her and what she's done in the past. So she said, and then share this. It's a fresh new month, and I'm deep in thought, and a few things I'd like to share. Some of you might remember, but I've been struggling to lose my weight. It's been upsetting as I'm getting married and I want to feel like myself. Well, in January, Hannah gave me some advice that I followed and stuck to, and in 8 weeks, I've lost 11 pounds, and I'm definitely going to keep it up now, which is fantastic. Also, I come across my vision board, because we've spoken about vision boards. We talk about that quite a lot in the Holistic Health Circle, and I'd forgotten about it and realised that I've absolutely have achieved, or am in the process of achieving, every single one. Absolutely amazed. we ran some other sessions called higher awareness sessions. So she said, I've not been to all of them, but basically the one I have been to, they've really, really opened my mind to things being possible that I would have seen as unachievable dreams. Isn't this just fantastic, this review? It's amazing. Hold on, I'm going to continue. I've stopped making excuses. This is fantastic, this one. I've stopped making excuses, and I'm now making so many positive things happen for me, even if the process is difficult, because sometimes things are challenging, right? Our house is finally getting in a good place. I've created my own little desk area. I've started at university, which I never thought was possible. And I'm also completely medication free. How amazing is that? Completely medication free. I absolutely love it. I just want to say a huge thank you to Hannah and Sarah for this amazing group. Self-improvement really works when you have the right people to guide you. Oh, I'm getting little shivers going for. I've read that review before.
That's huge.
I've read it before, but isn't that an amazing review? And we need to share this stuff with you because, you know, if you're here in this group, you're probably here because you're looking for some natural health solutions. You want to see a change in your own health. I mean, many of us do. Sarah and I are always on this journey of self-improvement, wanting to get better and better and better. And just to hear the results from someone else can be really, really motivating for you to know that it's possible for you. So that was a really good weight loss review. And we had another one. Actually, this was from the same member because she's really good. Oh, if I can get it up, at giving feedback. So we don't always get feedback from everyone. We don't always know what's working. So those of you who are joining us now who are members of the Holistic Health Circle, if something has worked for you and you haven't, let us know if you haven't told us already.
And always share, you know, if it's not a win yet, just talk about it. You know, this is where I'm at. I've got resistance. I'm trying this and it's not working, because there are other solutions. So yeah.
And I love it when other members then chip in and say, well, this worked for me, or I done it this way. So even if going back to hydration, even if it's drinking more water, sometimes they've said, well, I've got this amazing bottle because I love the bottle so much. That's reminded me, for example. So the same member shared this beautiful review. So this is a really good example of getting the right advice for a loved one. So she says, it's my gorgeous girlie's 7th birthday, and wanted to say a huge thank you to Hannah for her guidance. So she now gets to start her 7th year healthier and happier than ever. Almost 2 years of constant tonsil stones and antibiotics, and worrying talks of having her tonsils and adenitis removed, plus the embarrassment that she suffered at school because her friends would tell her that her breath wasn't smelling too nice. She now has lovely sweet smelling breath and is tonsil stone free, a day I never thought we would see. So these just little snippets, and honestly sometimes it can just take me a couple of minutes to give this advice. You don't always know the impact it's going to have because not everyone follows through on the advice, right? But just a couple of really good examples here of someone getting the right advice for them at the right time, putting it in place, and the results have literally been transformational in their life for the health of them and their loved ones.
And I think there were some really good points in there. It wasn't just weight loss advice or whatever, apply the advice to the problem. It was a multi-pronged approach. It was holistic. So you can say to someone, oh yeah, go and exercise more. But if they have got confidence issues, if they've got an injury, if they've been told before, if they've been laughed at for doing a certain exercise, or told that they're, you know, no good at this, there's going to be an emotional element to it as well. So with holistic health, we're always looking at the inner work as well. You know, what's the message there? Where do I need to release resistance or show myself some more self-love? Or, you know, maybe I do need a little bit of motivation from the group or from some of the members, or maybe I'm going too hard and I'm pushing myself to exhaustion, and then therefore I'm not going to get results. So we look at say the holistic whole health approach. It's not just what you do on the outside, it's the work you do on the inside as well. And you know, we support you in this within the Holistic Health Circle, within all of the sessions that we do. So things like, as Hannah mentioned, the higher awareness sessions, but in all of the work we do, like when Hannah will give you advice about food or nutrition or a health issue, she's not just going to throw one thing your way and off you go on your merry way. You're going to check in and say, how was that working? Did that not work? We've got another solution here if you need to explore that. Or maybe you need to go within and look at some of the deeper work. So for example, I've had an issue with eczema as a child, and then it resurfaced as an adult in a particular stressful scenario I was going through a few years ago. And I've had some really good like topical advice, put this on here, or try certain healing foods, which have definitely helped. But because it's lingering, I've had to do a little bit of inner work as well and say, you know, this is it's sort of an autoimmune thing. It's an over defensive issue. And why do you feel like you need to be over defensive? You know, your skin is a barrier, is protecting you. Why do you feel like you need to overprotect yourself? And they're sort of like going a little bit deeper with it. And maybe you've never thought of your health in that way, or maybe some of you are familiar with the work of Louise Hay, or you know, you worked with Hannah before and she's dug a little bit deeper with you in that way. But it's invaluable to be looking at your health in a holistic way, even if it seems really surface level, isn't it? It's often there's a deeper message.
I think, do you know what, the more and more that we do this work, Sarah, I just think that it's actually all the time, it's always some sort of suppressed emotion that we don't know that's there. There's always something else going on. And like you say, sometimes if we can't clear something up straight away, we do need to do that deeper work. And another good example of that is coughs. And I bring that up because lots of clients have had this recently. So it might be that we can give this quick advice of try some elderberry syrup really high in vitamin C, or a cleanse technique. So try compress on the lungs. But then it's like, well, what time of year does this always happen to you? And what happened, like the first time that happened, what was going on at that time of the year? And quite often with the lungs, because it's where we hold grief, you'll find that it might be someone lost a parent or someone close to them and they hadn't quite processed that grief, and it keeps coming up every year in a lung. So then we have to do a little bit of work around, you know, often when we lose someone, we don't even know how to process it properly. We just get on with life, don't we? So we kind of bury it in the body. And so we might talk about some techniques on you know, how to forgive or how to release. And we often do this in moon ceremony. We've spoken about writing letters before. And then our clients see a really great transformation from doing that deeper inner work. So it's often linked to emotions, and we can do kind of some of the nutrition stuff. So I would say it's nutrition, also detoxification. That's a really big one as well. Sometimes it's not that we need to put more in, but we need to clear out a little bit. And then if those things don't work, then we need to dig a little bit deeper. And we love doing that kind of work in the Holistic Health Circle. So is there anything else that you wanted to add? Because I just wanted to remind people about what's on offer at the moment. Is there anything else that you want to add to the conversation?
I think it's just coming back to, you know, we talk about cyclical living in the Holistic Health Circle, and that is what a holistic approach is, you know. It's looking at the surface level, the outer world. It's looking at the inner world, what's going on internally. And Dr. Google is really great at giving you a quick fix answer, but it can be a bit like whack-a-mole. Like you just get rid of one problem and then another problem surfaces up over here. And you feel like you're putting out fires all the time. So that's why we've put together this 5-pronged tool.
Yes.
I keep saying 5-pronged tool, but we call it 5 holistic tools. And they're there to support you in the times that you need them. So you might need to just look at your external health for a couple of weeks, couple of months, or a season, and then you'll feel ready to go deeper. So there, wherever you're at on your journey, there's something here to support you. And I think that's all I wanted to say about that.
Brilliant. So before we sign off, say goodbye, I just wanted to remind you that today is the last day. We've been talking about the anxiety roadmap recently, which is a short course. If you're suffering from the symptoms of anxiety, it's going to give you the roadmap, the step-by-step instructions on what to do to start reducing your symptoms naturally. And this is available until today. So today is the 31st of March, 2021, half price. So instead of £99, it's £49. But what we wanted to say is there's also an even better value option that you can go for, which is if you join the Holistic Health Circle at the moment, you actually get the anxiety roadmap. So the Holistic Health Circle, like Sarah said, gives you 5 holistic tools. So the Ask Hannah isn't one of the tools, actually. It just comes under nutrition, but nutrition, yoga, breath work, moon ceremony, higher awareness. You get these menu plans with the nutrition. You get the Ask Hannah sessions. You get seasonal nutrition workshops. There's honestly so much in there that can help you with your health. And you can get the anxiety roadmap as part of that at the moment as well. And so to join the Holistic Health Circle, it's actually cheaper than buying the roadmap itself. So it's £39 a month. You're not tied in. You can leave any time, so you can check if it's right for you or not. But honestly, this can just help you so much with your health. We just wanted to raise the awareness of these sessions that we're running every single Friday, where women are getting amazing transformations, because this might be exactly what you need. So we haven't had a lot of interaction today because we haven't asked a lot of questions, but I would like to wrap up by asking, who has found that any of their health challenges has been linked to emotions before? That would be really interesting to hear. Who has heard of Louise L. Hay's work, or is there someone else that you kind of look to or rely on for finding out what kind of emotion might be linked to your health challenges? So last day to buy the roadmap at the lower price today, or come and join the Holistic Health Circle where it's included at the moment. And thanks so much for joining us today. We love doing these Wellness Wednesday sessions with you. We hope that this has been helpful for you. We hope, I'm just checking my notes if there was anything else that I could give you before you go away, but we spoke there a little bit about verrucas and how to clear them up naturally. We spoke there about weight loss. We've covered a few different things there. What was the other thing that I said right at the beginning? Headaches, wasn't it? I said, drop me a message if you need more information on that.
And there was something that you used recently. I've got this beautiful essential oil kit, and Hannah was with me and said, I've sort of got a bit of a headache. You had that peppermint oil, just a quick one for headaches, isn't it? And it clears it, doesn't it? Just an inhalation. Smells delicious, but clears the headaches.
Yeah, it was really good. So that was, if you remember, Sarah, it was on the seasonal change. So we've just gone into spring season, which is linked to the liver, which is linked to the head, right? And so I was having a bit of a clearing, seasonal change. I was going through a little bit of a natural detox, and I had this headache, but the peppermint oil just cleared it up for 4 hours. But then I knew I've got to do a little bit more work now on the liver, and I need to work on my hydration a little bit. So I was going away to do those things afterwards, but that was the quick fix, and it really was a really quick solution. So if you've got a headache today, you've got any peppermint oil in, actually I just rubbed it on my temples, but you could just inhale it. Give it a whirl and see how that works for you today. We would love to know. All right, we will see you soon. Friday breath work with Sarah. Bye.
Bye.